Past the top of the hour.
All right. Well, first of all, my name is Garrett McGraw. This is my wife, Sylvie McGraw. We're going to be your hosts tonight. We're going to share with you some information over the next 20 to 25 minutes about a business. And we're probably known somewhat as being experts in this area. I've got over 30 years experience, president of the Association of Network Marketing Professionals, and I've got a deep knowledge of, excuse me, working from home. So we're going to talk about that tonight. In other words, having a business that you can do on your phone, that you can do on your laptop, that you can do from home, that fits in the nooks and crannies of your day. In other words, it'll fit around your schedule. You don't have to show up at a certain time like we're doing this Zoom. It's also going to be broadcast recorded throughout the week. And we're experts at that. And you're going to see tonight for sure that this is working for a lot of people, why they're doing this. And by the end of it, you'll have enough information to make your decision of whether you just want to be a customer to get started with, maybe you want to take some advantage, some additional perks, or maybe you want to jump in with both feet and get started. So let's jump in and share. Excuse me. Well,
all right. Can y'all see this?
I think they can. Give us a thumbs up. Yep, I can see Sam Van Born. She knows like a teacher. Yes, this means yes. This means no. I got the nod. First of all, the question is, who are you going to, excuse me, going to work together with? That's your first question. And excuse me, I got.
Why don't you go ahead and take a drink there? It's really important because that was one of the first things that we were asking ourselves when we were making this decision. And we were faced with this decision, not too long ago, where we were going, who do we want to, go into business with, and who are the founders of this company? Because I think that's so important, don't you, Garrett?
Yeah, because in other words, when we were asking, we wanted to be in alignment in terms of faith, in terms of family. Family is important to us. There's no amount of success in your business life that will make up for any challenges in your family life. And we wanted to have someone that had family flexible. They understood friendships and freedom, and they really understood from an experiential point of view that they had built a business together successfully. They were good stewards with that money. In fact, that's the money they're using to invest in this company. They have been very successful in the field at building a very successful network marketing business recently. And they also have corporate experience. So they really have the perfect rounded experience to lead a company of this nature.
And we're really happy and proud to be in business with them because of the business that they've created as well. And when we were looking, and I might suggest that it's something also that you look at when you're looking at this type of business, is what we like to call the 3 C's. So the first C is about customers. Any business that's going to be successful needs customers that want to reorder your products. I mean, it's common sense when you think about it. And when we were looking, we found that this company's customer reorder rate, in other words, do people love the products and do they keep reordering? Is that happening not just the first month, but month 2, month 3, month 4, beyond that? And that was so important to us because it's all about the results.
And going back a step, though, one of the things,
no. Okay.
Going back a step, when you and I were talking about this, we were saying we wanted normal, real, regular people to be able to win.
Yes.
And when you forget where you've come from, you're on your way back. When you first get started, you want something where people go, okay, I can see myself being able to enroll some customers. But what's exciting is when that customer reorders because they're getting results. Mm-hmm. And then with those results, they want to share with other people, but they can see it. You don't need to convince them. They'll be able to see it. And when you see here on the next page that Sylvia shared with you, there's people getting amazing results, and that's the success that they're having.
It truly is. And it's all about the results when you're talking about that, because this type of a business really grows in a just almost a magical way when people get results that they want to talk about, and there becomes this ripple effect. So, I mean, these are just this is like the snowflake on the tip of the iceberg of some of the results that maybe you've already seen because you've been in, a member of the Facebook groups and the challenges and the things that are going on, the results that people are getting in their lives and in their health. And it's from these results-driven products. There are things that you can drink, and I'm having one of them right now, that are results driven. So there is a healthy coffee. It's got mushrooms and all kinds of other things that really are, and an augmented way to enjoy that type of beverage. There is something, called gold. You could put it in your coffee, or you could put it, in a smoothie or whatever, but that's all about, support for inflammation. There are ingredients in there that are going to help. There's the most delicious greens drink I've ever tasted. I mean, when kids are drinking it, it tastes good. And it's a 9-in-1. I mean, you could literally buy 9 different products and have, people do sometimes buy these 9 different products that are the different aspects of this greens drink. And then there's the Rush, which is healthy energy, not like a huge, caffeine stimulant thing. And then you're, crashing again in an hour, but healthy, holistically developed, naturopathic developed type drinks and supplements. So there's the results driven sips, and then sips and sups. I don't know if you can say that too many times fast, but the supplements, there are things that help with, whether it's, we all want to find calm right now in this stressful world that most of us are dealing with, or having just gone through the holidays or whatever it is, that you want to feel better. You want to have that mood support, or whether it is energy. I mean, the Bravenly Ignite, it's just incredible. I mean, it's a must have. It's something that people, once they try, they go, I've got to have this in my life where I can have that healthy, sustained energy. Or Burn. And so many of these work together holistically to create the kind of results that you're seeing, in this community.
So the first thing we talked about was the customer reorder rate and why that's important, the stability and growth it creates. The second one is the community, because Sylvia and I talked about it. The community is what makes it simple for you to build a business, simple for you to share the results, because people are looking for results and not looking for products. And the fact is, we have a collaborative community that has been created here that is incredibly effective on Facebook. What you'll see here, when if you've not in the breakthrough group, you definitely want to get in that group, be invited into that group, have a look in the group. If you've been in there, take another look, and you'll see all these amazing successes that people are having and stories that you'll be able to relate to, but you'll also see yourself with one of your friends, being able to introduce them and being in this group together, sharing stories with one another and enjoying those results. And you get weight management results, detox gut results, energy and stress support, total body balance. So you can see it's kind of all laid out for you. Pretty simple there.
And right now, it's such an important time. I mean, so many people have health goals right now. Yes. If you've got a health goal right now going into January, like the rest of the world, put a 1 into the comments of this chat right now, if you wouldn't mind. And I know we got people letting folks already into the Zoom. There are people joining Zoom all the time. So, but yeah, just put a 1 in the comments if you are looking for a health result as we come into January here, into the beginning of the year. Gosh, we've got to update this graphic, Garrett. It says only 12,000 members.
18.4.
Yeah, we put this together, last month?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's growing. People are sharing it. They're getting results. Yeah, I mean, it's all about results that people are sharing about in this community, where other people can, cheer them on, can see what's going on. I mean, it's just such a supportive, wonderful, educational community that people are just loving being a part of.
And I think it's because there's so many results in there, because there's so many different types of people sharing in there. It's super organic. It's constantly evolving and changing. People are asking questions and having conversations. When someone looks at that, they're going, this is absolutely real, that people are having these amazing results. I'd like to have them as well.
And honestly, it's what, convinced us. We looked and we knew, some of the people at a certain point, and then you see them 3 months later, it's like, wow, it's incredible. Like, you just look amazing. You're glowing. You've lost weight. You just look, it's just incredible that the results that people have been experiencing. But, you want to experience it for yourself. Be invited to that community, as well as there's other communities. And I've just got a couple of screen shares of it here. There are world-class systems, world-class training, support, collaboration. There's even, if you don't know what to post on Facebook or post on, your Instagram or whatever, they're all done for you. You literally can plug and play.
In fact, wasn't there a story that you and I were listening to today? We were looking in the chat. So there's Facebook messengers and Facebook chats going on all the time. And someone said, I was just on a training that Ashley Walmer did. So Ashley is the Vice President of Field Development. She's a ninja at social media and building in the field. She did an event online, a Zoom for 20 minutes with a team member. And that team member said, I just took one of the posts that she suggested posting, and 2 hours later, I got a customer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's really happening here.
And this is not somebody that I would consider, oh, there's some sort of ninja on social media. This is something that anybody can just read the directions or listen to a video and go, okay, I can do that. And I love that about it. It really takes it in and it brings people's, even if you don't have those skills yet, it brings you right along with it. So you can earn while you learn. And in addition, it has a really simple to use Bravenly Global app that's on your phone. So whatever way you like to share, whether you like inviting people to Zooms or inviting them to the Facebook or however it is you like to share, we've got tools for you.
And it's simple. I mean, when someone asks you a question, you don't have to go and answer it. You can go, hey, you got your phone with you? Or let me text you over the information. And you can see somebody has got up there like the Bravenly University, resources, the back office, resource groups. You can do everything on your phone to build your business. And people look at that go, that's simple. I can actually do that. And when you do this, what kind of compensation is possible? I think this is an important point. And I really want people to focus here. This company pays out 55% on the dollar. And you're going to see why that's so important. It's one of the highest payouts I've ever seen in network marketing, maybe by about 15%, which makes a massive difference. But the big question is, are people looking? I was talking to Ralph, who's going to be speaking on here in a little while, is that there's more people looking in 2023. There's a greater talent pool of people looking in 2023, where they're looking for an extra $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $5,000 retirement money. There's more people looking than ever before. In fact, that's borne out by the statistics. Just look on Google. The gig economy has grown every year for the last 10 years. Why? That's more people looking for more money.
Yes.
And they're looking,
for sure.
And what's happening now, Bravenly is becoming the top choice because it's edged out these other gig economy opportunities. Why? First of all, it's repeat income, which is a big one, guys. When someone goes in the community and sees those results and buy the product, you'll get paid up to 35%. That's exciting. But when that person buys again, and on average, they buy more the second time, you get paid again. You can also get leverage income because when they refer someone else into the group and they also purchase, you also can make leveraged income. And you can also have the support of the community. You don't have that in all these other environments. You're out there on your own, paid once on your own. Imagine going out in Uber tonight. It's pretty cold and dark and wintry and blustery. I don't know where you're at, but this is brilliant to be doing this on a Zoom, on your phone while you're making dinner, doing whatever it is that you're doing. This is why we're winning out and why Bravenly is growing so fast.
And you can do it in the nooks and crannies of your day.
Absolutely.
I just love that. Yeah, we're a little bit stuck here somehow on the screen. I don't know why. Well, there we go. We want to share this with you. This is the income disclosure statement. Now, this is not a guarantee of income. So I want to make sure everybody understands this. This is not a guarantee. This is a historical look back of what people earned in the last year. So 2022. So this is based on all 2022 numbers. And it takes a look at what they did earn. So it looks at, these different ranks. You start out as an independent brand partner. There's a senior brand partner, an executive brand partner. This is just as more people, that ripple effect that Garrett was talking about, say you share it with somebody and then they share it with somebody and so on. So that's what's called your group volume. In other words, your group volume is like the whole of the ripple effect of you sharing, and then maybe the person that you shared with, whether they're a customer or they want to become an ambassador or they want to do what you do, and they also want to share, in a big way and earn some money. That ripple effect is what's called your group qualifying volume. So with that group volume, this is what the average earnings were for brand partners last year. So that monthly. 2022, this is monthly. So if you can take a look here, so these are monthlies. This is the high. This is the low, this is the average. So if you look at the average between the two, again, not a guarantee, but it is what people did. So if you want to look at it and go, hey, well, an extra $500 a month, that would be something that I would be interested in. This would be worth my while. I would love to be able to just augment what I'm doing by an extra $500 a month. You'd look and go, okay, well, maybe that's something like director. And you'd kind of look and go, oh, well, this is kind of what the, monthly volume looks like in order to achieve that. Maybe it's something where you're going, hey, I'd love this to eventually become a full-time income. And maybe it's, I don't know where that is for you. I'm just saying that might be a way to perhaps look at that. And as Garrett said, it's that 55% payout is so strong. We have not seen anything like it, particularly as you look at, products that people want to order, that people enjoy, that they go, I love the taste of this. This is so good. I'm enjoying the results of it. And they want to keep ordering it month after month.
And health is always going to be one of the strongest categories that people are willing to invest money into, because when you feel better, you do better. People just want to feel better. And you get a strong retail of up 20 to 35%. Guys, that's right at the very beginning. And remember, all you're
day one, customer one, 20%.
Remember, all you're doing is introducing that person, putting them in the group, letting them look around, tagging them in some information that would be relevant to them, and speaking with them through Messenger. I know Chris Roddy's on here saying, oh, I had someone go through the whole process to become.
That's what she did.
Just
shared that with us not long ago.
You can have affiliate earnings as another step, which is new in a modern network marketing company, which is someone can make some earnings as an affiliate, earn some perks too, just for an extra $9.95. We'll talk about that at the end. You got team building pay. In other words, you have the ability to leverage your efforts by helping other people do what it is that you're doing, which is super cool. And that 55% is so important. You got 4 generations of pay of leadership, so you can develop leaders. So think about it this way. You got 35% in the front end, then another 10. You can see why this company is being so successful, but it is set up to pay out 55% on the dollar.
On the dollar, not QV or GV or any kind of V, on the dollar.
And this, and that income disclosure statement you're seeing there is for the first 3 quarters of the year of 2022. So it's super, super current. The information on data is super current, and it's a good historical look back to give you an indication of what has been created by other people who have achieved these different team results. So is it all over?
I love the timing. So when you look at it and you go, I love that this is such a new company, but it's over 2 years old now. It's past that important threshold of being a 2-year-old company. And when you look at, this was November 2022, we'll have to get the updated ones, but I mean, in November, just take a look at the state that you're in. Gosh, look at Alaska there. We're up in Washington State. There's all kinds of, hey, Texas, you're doing all right too, in Florida. But it's not like there's, thousands and tens of thousands that you're just going to be bumping elbows with in your city. This is still wide open for you guys. This is something that is right at that perfect time. And I'm going to go ahead and just stop sharing here so that we can, speak with somebody who's decided to join Bravenly as well.
So we're going to just go to Ralph Beats and have Ralph share here tonight. As we said, we're looking at this from a business perspective. Sorry if we jumped right into that, but we were making an assumption that you were on here because you were interested in, somebody said to you, you know what, we want to invite you to have a look at this because it really is showing how you can generate an income from your phone at home, something that's hot, that's outpacing the gig economy. It's the fastest growing company that we've seen that really is shaking things up, and why you may want to look at it. So just invited Ralph to share. He was also part of that research team when we were trying to make our decision as to what it is that we're looking for. We looked at over 40 different companies, probably looked at over 100 different opportunities, but deep dive into about 40 of them. So Ralph, let me pass it over to you.
He was such an amazing resource as well as a former CEO of a company in this space. So we just have so much respect for Ralph.
So he has a deep knowledge and an ability to do analysis, and he can speak also to his traditional education, his traditional companies he's also worked with. This man has got a very, very impressive CV, even though he'd be very humble and probably not share too much of that about it.
Well, thank you so much, and it's very kind. I've spent a lot of time in academia as well as Fortune 50, and as well as in the online business world and the direct sales business world. And I think anytime that I'm looking at a firm and evaluating a business, I want to look for three critical things because, at the end of the day, we're all putting our name on the door with this company. It's our representation to our network and how we build out our network to other folks like that. And that's important. And we're also looking for sustainability for the long term. The three critical things that I always look for in a company is number one, what are their products? Are they sound? Are they really making a difference in people's lives? And that's in everybody's life, not just one or two phenomenal cases, but for all of us day to day, do they make a difference? Do they provide value? And one of the degrees I hold is a PhD in natural products and natural medicine. And I have a pretty critical eye when I look something over. And I was really pleased with the formulations. I use the products myself. And I'm not going to put my name on anything. And I wouldn't expect any of the rest of you to put your name on anything that you weren't really satisfied with and felt added value to people's lives and truly made a difference in your own life. I'm not going to use something that I'm not going to pass on to somebody else. So that's just a fundamental belief that I have. And it's a little conservative, I realize that, but the other part is we're not selling pet rocks here. This is the real thing. And some of us have been around too long to take any chances on anything we didn't believe was rock solid. The products are terrific. Again, as I mentioned, I use them. And the great thing with the products too is, isn't it nice to have a product that has that reorder rate? So on a business viewpoint, what does that really mean to you as a business owner, as a home business owner? It means that once somebody tries the products, it resells itself. You do not have to try to keep going back and reselling it. You've got that consistency, and then it's not all of these first-time sales. It's building a portfolio like an annuity of long-term value for your personal business. And it's backed behind a solid company. And we'll get to that in a second. But the products have to be there. And I want to feel proud that I'm representing something that really makes a difference. And these products do. The second point I'll make is on the financials. Yes, it pays out 55%, but one question you may have right now is that sustainable? You see a lot of things and a lot of clients. Nobody's going to tell you they have the worst products on the market. Nobody's going to tell you that, this is some sort of phenomenal program and that's going to crash and burn in, 1 month, 6 months with a corporate program of the week or whatever. And that's something that Garrett, Sylvia, and I've spent a lot of time on, and it's been years in the making. This has not been something that, even though we're new to Bravenly and we're building from square one, this has not been a snap decision for us. I can tell you that our history goes back literally 5 years, and we've had this discussion about what would an ideal company look like. And one of those things I think is absolutely critical is everybody can have a chance to do well at every level. It's not just some superstar and then everybody goes, wow, I wish I could get there. It's everybody can start making money from day one, and you get paid for customers and affiliates and building your leadership team. That's rare, folks. And in fact, that doesn't happen. And to have that where you don't have to jump through hoops, it's a straightforward payout system. It starts, accumulating as soon as you start building your team like that is absolutely wonderful and contributes to, again, everybody winning. Now, on the other side of that 55% is where they built their financials so the company is sustainable. It's you don't want to have a business where tomorrow morning, yeah, it pays out great today, but what about tomorrow? What about the sweat equity and the hard work that you will put into it to develop and build a long-term business and build a long-term annuity like this? What about all that and making sure the company's there for tomorrow? Who's done the deep dive on that? Well, a lot of us have. And I mean, Garrett and Sylvia did a complete deep dive on it. I've had my discussions with them on it. I've talked to the CEO myself. And the bottom line is I want to be convinced that, again, my hard work, just as your hard work, is vested in something that will be there tomorrow, the next week, the next year, the next years beyond that. And it's something that truly will be producing. And wouldn't it be nice these days in this kind of an economy that we're in? I was on the phone today that I don't know if I mentioned or not with some major financial institutions, talking with them about the stock market and about the Fortune 500 lookout for layoffs and everything that's coming around. We're in a very unstable economy, and what a great time to be able to have something that produces another stream of income, whether it's incremental to you, or as mentioned earlier, it becomes your major income. Income these days has to be top of mind. We all have families to feed. You get down to the end of the grocery line, it's great to have good spirit, but they're going to ask you for one thing, and that's cash. And that instrument to pay for it for, and having the funds to do that, that's important to all of us, whether it's 300 a month, 500 a month, or a lot more than that, and the business that you build. I think the last thing that takes me to also is the heart of the company. You would like to have an affiliation with a company that has credibility from a spirit and heart viewpoint, that they have a charity, that their heart is in the right place in wanting to see you as their constituency. Sylvia, Garrett, myself, they want to see us win, because when we do better, they do better. And I think that slogan you've heard from a few other companies before, but this company means it, in that they are really focused on having us be successful, and they see that as their success. And I can tell you that's rare too. There's a number of companies that I've dealt with the last 20 years where that is not the case at all. It's what can we make off of you? It's a different platform here and a different culture. And to me, that different culture is very, very important. So from a business viewpoint, from a homeowner of your own business viewpoint, you've got multiple chances to, again, be successful with streams of income, customers, affiliates, as well as building your team. You've got great products to work with that are in demand, not products that we just have to keep trying to sell. They actually are in demand. We can be proud of them, and they produce results. And a lot of them are life-changing results. And all of us take the products too. And again, a company that we believe has solid financials, and we've done our due diligence on them, and they have a future with us.
Well, thank you very much for sharing. And I will say this, guys, I know Ralph and Ginger Beats for 5 years. We became, first of all, professional colleagues. I admired him. I invited him to speak at the Association of Network Marketing Professionals event. I'm the president and chairman of that association. And he was one of the very first CEOs to speak there, and spoke to the power of the future, which is collaboration. How do you collaborate, tap into that, intellectual capital that exists with both the field and also the corporate team to create that ultimate win-win? People talk about it, but can you really create that? It's harder than you think. Democracy, is the best form of government, but it's messy. And you know what? The fact is, we just, collaboration also is powerful. No one of us are smarter than all of us, but we did do our deep dive over the last 7 months. Gave virtually 100% more time to doing due diligence to make that decision as to what we wanted to do. And to go back and finish with this is because we wanted normal, regular, real people to win. When you create a strong middle class, everything is possible. But you have to have a compensation plan that can do all of that, because the front end, that up to 35%, is that immediate income that gives people within a couple of weeks a shot in the arm where they've made an extra $100, $200, $300, $400, or $500, and that becomes that cash and confidence to help them build. And then when the repeat purchase happens, they're getting paid again. Then they're starting to build a team as an affiliate, and then they're ultimately leveraging for team building. So by now, you're probably asking yourself the question, what are my options to get started, and how do I do this? And what you're going to see here is there's a couple of very simple options to help you to get started. And we'll finish up with that last slide.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
There we
there
go. Sure.
And guys, just go back. It's so early. This is something that's hard to explain. Ralph and I were looking at this and we're going, if you looked at this company with our history, I would guess with all the tools that they have, I would say this is a 5 or 6 or 7-year-old company. They're so well built out, but yet we're in super early because they built that infrastructure. They knew what that they were looking for. So how can you get started? It's pretty simple, guys. We take the friction out of it. We make it pretty simple. So you're going to fit in one of these decisions. One of them is you go, hey, you know what? Everybody wants to have better health. I can see people having great results. Why wouldn't I want to try that out for myself? You can shop with ease as a retail customer.
And you even, they give you extra perks even for that when you're consecutive orders. There's a lot of value there. but even more value is in the ambassador program. A lot of people, I've heard some people say, hey, friends don't let friends buy retail. The ambassador program is savings. There's a 10 to 20% discount on all the products. You also have a personal website that way. You can refer it with your own personal link. So you get cash back, you get product credit, you get those, you get those special pricings. It's just $9.99 one time, just one time as an enrollment fee for an ambassador. Or, you may decide because, and this is probably more likely than not because you're on this Zoom, is that you're wanting more. You want to build a business, and you are looking at, as Ralph said, it's cash. It's people going, hey, I really want to earn money in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can start a business for $50, I mean, $49.99, that has your kit, your website, all of your, your tools that you need, your back office, the basic version of everything that you would need to start is there for $50. A lot of people say, hey, and 20 to 30% off. And then a lot of people say, hey, I would actually like to have one of these packs that you created for business builders. So it's what it is. It's just a grouping of products together that are some of the most popular ones that give you even more of a discount because they're bundled together. And with that business kit that was $50 before is now free. So that's kind of cool. There's the ultimate pack for $2.99. You're going to have some savings there. Again, it's over $100 in savings there. There's the all-in-one pack. That's $3.99. You're going to get more tools. You're going to get more products. A lot of people, though, decide, hey, I want the legacy pack. That's the best value. It's basically you get to try all, every single product pretty much that you could hope to be able to do. There's extra tools. There's extra freebies. There's $20 in product credit. Of course, your business kit is free in all of these cases. So here's just a close-up of it so you can read it a little bit better. But there's just, so much value there that a lot of people decide to get started there with a legacy pack.
And you get to earn while you learn. So I want to make it really clear, and just as we finish up here, is that wherever you choose to start, there's going to be a lot of support there for you. Whether you're purchasing as retail, you're part of a community and you've got this ongoing support to help you get results. Because at the end of the day, we're not looking to buy products. We really want to improve our health in some meaningful way. That's why it's always going to be such an in-demand program when people want to have help. When it comes to the ambassador program, it gives you the opportunity to maybe make some money, dip your toe in the water. But if you're on this Zoom, you're probably more business-minded. You are looking at this in terms of cash. You get to earn what you learn. You could set a realistic goal for what would I like to be at the end of this year, over the next 2 years? What if I could earn X? And that really is only you can answer that question. But you don't need to get there in one go because you're doing this alongside what you're currently doing in the nooks and crannies of your day. And we've got a proven system. That's the last thing I'll say is the success that you're seeing is not success from 10 years ago. It's not 5 years ago. It's not a group of people trying to reinvent their way back into a previous success that doesn't exist anymore. This is a very modern, well-vetted, super successful across the board company that we went looking for, that we really see as the diamond in the rough. In other words, it is what we believe that next big company for 2023 and 2024 that could really help put you and your family into a different place if that's what you happen to be looking for. No matter what you choose to do, we do wish you the best 2023, and just know that God bless you. And thank you very much for investing, nearly 30 minutes together with Ralph, Sylvia and myself. We wish you every success. We wish you the best of health. We wish you the best of wealth and whatever it is that you and your family are looking for. God bless you. I appreciate you and thank you.